next up is the Riku 2 fight, or Riku Ansem fight. The main trick to this fight is abusing Riku's 4-hit auto counter mechanic, up 1 hit from the Riku 1 fight, in order to skip his DM or Desperation move. Desperation moves are the moves that bosses have where they become invulnerable and the screen goes dark and they begin releasing this onslaught of attacks. Now, there is a tight visual cue for being able to use or keep Riku in a loop where you can skip his DM. Basically, whenever he retaliates on his 4-hit auto counter, he'll use that ballerina spin move. After that move, I'm going to hold a direction and wait for Sora's foot to budge, and as soon as I see it budge, I'm going to hit him again. I'm going to do the fight once with ground combos, because ground combos are a bit easier, and then I'll try to show it off again with air combos. Air combos are a bit harder, and not recommended unless you have practiced them a lot. At the beginning of the fight, I'm going to use 3 Ars Arcanums, mainly just to deal a lot of damage and get him closer to his DM range much quicker. Once the fight begins, I'm not really going to talk too much because it's actually pretty hard to pull this off while talking, but I will try to note if I make any mistakes. He'll jump back at the start and I'll hit him once. Nope, I hit him a little too early, doesn't really matter too much. Hit him one more time. He's going to now do the ballerina spin if I don't continue to hit him. So I'm going to back up to avoid it and then immediately go into the Ars Arcanum. And I got hit by it, so it's not the ideal opening, but it's not a big deal. There we go. So again, hit him. He puts up his guard. I can actually hit him with Ars Arcanum during that, and go into a third one as well. Alright, so he's pretty close to his DM range now, so I'm not going to hit him until I know I can stagger him. This disc move, it's hard to stagger him in. Oops. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. And then to finish the fight off, I can use 1 hit to make him start countering, and then use Ars. So that's how you do the fight with ground combos. Again, that opening wasn't ideal, but I'm about to do the fight again, so I'll just go ahead and let that one stand. That is skipping his DM. Now I'll be trying the air combos and show you how to kind of react, even if I do end up messing up and not skipping his desperation move. Now, I actually use the same visual cue for air combos as well. I just, as soon as Sora's foot budges, instead of swinging, I jump and swing. I then delay my second attack, so that way I don't whiff it over Riku's head because he's a very short target. And then I try to continue my combo all the way to a 4-hit air combo. Sometimes you'll see me do a timing hit, land, and then do 3 more aerial hits without getting a finisher in. And that's a little bit less ideal, but sometimes I find it a little bit easier to do. So let's see if I can get the opening a bit better this time. The main idea though is just to get the damage from 3 Ars Arcanums off on him to put him very close to having just 1 green bar left. There we go, first one. Just gonna retaliate with it again, so go into another one. This is actually really good RNG. He is getting staggered a lot instead of dashing. So I wait for him to use the side hop. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4. Now it's a bit late, so now he's going to DM. It's a bit late on that last timing hit. When he DMs, I simply move over to this wall to avoid it, and then lock on when he gets back into the middle, and wait for him to stop spamming the disc move. And then pull him back into the loop. There we go. So that wasn't great. It didn't have perfect air combos, and I got DM'd, but I kind of wanted to show how to react when he does DM you. It's really not that big a deal if you end up with a ground finisher when doing air combos instead of an aerial finisher. It's all about how well you can mash out or time those air combos. And I'm not exactly warmed up, so I was getting a lot of ground finishers. All in all, though, one DM is not that big a deal, but it's definitely a significant time loss, so you should practice ground combos until you're comfortable with them in order to be able to skip his DM.